Hello and welcome to the Rares Report for Sunday, September 15th. An interesting day in the Rares trading today. If you're going to speculate in the commodities exchange or the stock exchange or even the RuneScape Grand Exchange, you have to have a plan and you have to execute that plan even if you think differently than your plan. You have to plan your trade and then trade your plan, especially on trading days like what we're seeing right now in the Rares market. As we go through and look at these charts, I'll explain that there's two things that I look for in my trading system, and you may want to review and consider these things in your trading system. First of all, I have a specific chart pattern that is a buy signal for me. Second of all, I use rule number 1 and rule number 2. Rule number 1 says you are wrong unless or until proven correct. So as soon as a chart makes my pattern and I buy, then I only keep that trade if it immediately proves me correct. So if it starts to prove me wrong right after putting it on, I get out of that trade immediately. This is rule number 1. And rule number 2 is you add on to the position if you are proven correct. If you're right, you may as well add on to it and make more of your correctness. So here is one of my trading signals, this little breakout right here. And I did buy into Easter eggs, and it did stay above the price I bought in for, so it is proving me correct. So I am keeping this trade. But there are other ones that I made that are not looking quite so favorable right now. And as we go on to pumpkin prices and draw some lines on this chart, I'd like to say thank you to the people who leave comments under these videos and have questions about trading and how to do the speculating and how to make money on the Grand Exchange by trading this way. So I purchased a pumpkin and it's sitting there just above what I purchased it at, and so I'm holding on to it. It's in a big triangle right now, and I think the markets are going up, but I have to assume that I'm wrong unless or until proven correct. So this one's still proving me correct, but I am really watching it closely. Going on now to the disk of returning, we see that this is getting more volatile, which means there's this bigger swing in prices within a short range of time, and you just don't know if it's going to swing up or down. This is what high volatility means. So not much going on in that one. Now, the wine weekly, I was pointing out last video that it made a bottom formation here and is showing an upward trend. This little bit here. Now prices did go up quite a bit and then have retraced back slightly at the same time that other prices have surged higher and retraced back slightly, just around the same time. Moving on now to the party hats, I've been watching for this to be a bottom formation and a turnaround of this downtrend. So we've broken the downtrend, but have we created an uptrend following that, or is it just going to go sideways? Is this going to be a little jog upward and then a continuation of the downtrend? It's not breaking out right now. And since prices have come and made this formation and not broken higher than this now, and they're staying at this level, making another tight triangle within a triangle, is the market going to go higher, or is it going to go continuing back on its downtrend? That's the question for today. Because we see yellow party hat, I would have expected to have broken higher by now out of this formation. Now it's giving me the feeling that it's probably going to retrace a bit and at least come back down to this level and retest that bottom perhaps before it turns around and go up. And that's just the feeling this chart gives me by looking at it and seeing how long it's been waiting here and not breaking higher. Now green has broken higher. You can see this formation here. The chart doesn't quite go back far enough, but we show a breakout out of this pattern here. I guess it's coming up to this same level, which is in the history very significant. And so this may not give me the quite range I want to make the decisions I want without zooming in and out. Continuing on to red, it is also an uptrend in the very short term here off of a very significant bottom. So this breakout of this triangle is important, and now it's moving up, moving up, moving up. And coming up, if it's going any higher, it's coming up to some very important ranges right here too. So all of these things adding together is important to keep an eye on, especially since I do have a presence in this market now. This is a bit of a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, but not broken higher. We go on to the blue, also a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, but not breaking higher yet than this number 2 point back here. Now let's continue on to the most active market, the lowers. So I did purchase into this market, the green Halloween market, and I do have one of them as the prices broke and went way higher here. And now they're swinging around within from 44 down to 37 and back up to 42, it looks like, thereabouts. This is a potential top formation out of a little rise, 1, 2, 3 top formation. The important thing though is that prices have risen above the highs that were back in the earlier part of the summer. Blue Halloween mask made some bounces off this bottom, really made a big triangle here, and it has broken higher out of it. But now I'm looking in this chart and I see a head and shoulders top formation building up here. If prices break down below that, then that is not very good. I don't like that. And for me, is if the market's going to go higher, I want to keep it. If it's just going to go sideways, do I want to stay in this market? Do I want to fold, get out? It's hard to say right now. Moving on to the red Halloween, we can see that it bounced several times off this bottom, and I was really expecting that that was fading off to break lower, but then it broke out of this quickly right here, stayed above it, and it's shown 2 hits off this bottom now and 2 hits off this top. So now to watch it, I'm still holding my red Halloween and we'll see which way this market's going. And finally, to the most fascinating market of all, the Santa hat really surged higher, made some fantastic new highs here, higher than it's been before in my charts. And then it is making what it looks like a head and shoulders top formation and then breaking down below that now. After this quick surge, prices really broke off immediately after I made the last video, saying that it looked like Santa was going high, then going higher. And this increased acceleration of the rise usually means that there is a break coming. And sure enough, the break came almost exactly when I said it. Now, this is very interesting because I bought another Santa as prices were coming down. When I saw the prices break, I put in a buy order at 175 and I got filled. I have that Santa and I still have it in the Grand Exchange. And prices have gone lower than that, so I should be selling that out according to rule number 1. I also have another Santa that I bought earlier back here as prices were breaking out, and now I still have these 2 Santas, and I'm wondering, should I be selling out of this? Certainly I'm going to sell out when prices break below this level. I am expecting that this is a short-term retracement and they may wobble around here for a while, but I do expect prices to go back up. My expectation aside, you've got to have a trading system that you listen to more than your expectation. When your trading rules say to buy, you buy. When your trading rules say to sell, you sell. So I like making these journals because I am not following my trading rules right now by keeping these Santas. And I am getting nervous about all of the rest of the rares I have because of what Santa and the rest of the lowers are doing right now. They may be proving that the entire market is not ready for a turnaround and may be continuing down further yet. We'll see. Very interesting trading today. Thanks again for watching this Rares report for Sunday, September 15th, 2013. This is Link Builder signing off for LumberjageCity.com.